Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kanisha. I am a twin flame ascension coach. I am in a harmonious union with my handsome twin flame. And this is a channel where I love to talk about twin flames, self-concept, manifestation, healing your limiting beliefs, and really helping you dive into divine love and becoming your whole, complete, and divine self that is worthy of unconditional love. And today I really wanted to talk to the person who feels like you're doing everything right. You're doing the inner work, you're healing, you're showing up for yourself, you're learning how to nurture yourself, and you're really wanting to take responsibility for your life. But yet there's still a part of you that's wondering, when am I finally going to be healed enough? When am I going to be ready? When will all of my dreams come true? When will my twin flame finally come into my life and we can live in a committed, harmonious union? And, I know that feeling because I lived in that space for a very, very long time. And I discovered that this belief was actually the problem and what was keeping me from having everything that I truly desired. And that belief was that I had to become worthy before I could receive that desire. So I know that a lot of us think, well, I feel that I'm worthy, but somewhere in your subconscious mind, the subconscious is what operates 95% of your entire life. And it's kind of the silent voice that's running underneath your conscious thoughts. And you'll find that if you're quiet and still enough and you ask yourself, why do I believe this? You will find the limiting belief that's underneath all of that. And for me, it was that I wasn't enough and that I wasn't deserving and worthy of all the things that I desired. And I used to believe years ago that harmonious union was something that was a destination. I had to get there. I genuinely believe that I had one more thing to fix, or I needed to dig and find what's that next thing that I have to heal. What's that one fear, that one wound? I needed to find that one more trigger and learn that one more lesson. But that kept me in a crazy, vicious cycle. And I thought that if I just healed enough, my life would finally begin. I would have all the things I desired. I would have the financial abundance. I would have the career that I wanted. I would have my ultimate lover in my home with me and doing life with him. And then we would have everything just come together, and I would finally feel chosen and I finally feel safe. And ultimately, I'd finally feel enough. But that finish line just kept moving every week and every month. And every time I healed one thing, I found another thing to work on. And underneath it was just this painful belief that something I needed to do was I needed to earn love. And that was the biggest lie I could hold on to, was that I needed to earn love in order to be able to have the things that I truly desired. And so one of the things that I think very often about was 2 or 3 years, I want to say it's 3 years ago now, I spent Christmas alone. I didn't have my children, they were with their father, and I didn't have family at the time that I spent time around. I had put really strong boundaries with my immediate family. And so I didn't really have people that were, at least in my town, that I could spend Christmas with. And I remember just sitting there at the table, just wishing I could spend Christmas with my twin flame. Now, we were in communication. I was texting him, but at this time we were just friends. We were not anything more than that. He knew that I had feelings for him. I knew that he had feelings for me, but we had a lot of blocks and upsets to just being together. And I knew that he was spending the holiday with his family. And I just desired so deeply to build a family with him and to create traditions together and to just share a home and a life with him. But that felt so far away. And I longed and not earned. See, we're talking about earning love. I yearned for wanting to be with him and his family. I sat there and thought that this feels so far away, so impossible. I don't even think his family would accept me. And not because I really didn't believe I was ready, but I just felt like there was so much more that had to be done. And I thought that there was still more healing required before God could give me what I really desired. And I felt like I just had to become better. And looking back on that now, that is what kept me stuck. And I just really desired to be a part of his family. And so I remember sitting there and just kind of feeling into all of that. And some of the things I realized was that I believed that I wasn't his family. Like, if he's truly my twin flame, then in truth, actually, like, we are family. But I wasn't seeing myself as that. I was seeing myself as separate from him and his family. And I felt like maybe they won't accept me. And I was thinking of all the ways that I could earn their love. And really, those were all the things that were keeping me stuck. And ultimately, the one beautiful thing that I got out of that was that I had to learn that God never actually looked at me like that. That God never looked at me through eyes of my wounds. That's not how God viewed me. God never said that I had to come back more healed, and I had to come back more worthy, and I had to come back finally figured it all out. Really, that was not how God viewed me. God viewed me as his beloved, as his perfect daughter. Even in my fears and my triggers and my mistakes and all of my wounds, he didn't see me as those things. He had already saw me as deserving and worthy. And I want to ask you, like, do you believe that to be true for you? What if you never had to wait to become worthy? Because in truth, you already are. It's just this lie that ego has created within your consciousness that you're not worthy or deserving now. And I'll know that I'm worthy and deserving when they finally show up. Verse, I'm worthy and deserving now. And that's why they're showing up. And so if you've been waiting to learn how to accept the worthiness that was already there, that is what's keeping the things that you desire to come into your reality. And so I learned very quickly that not too long, about a year after, I I cry because, like, I think about it. Exactly a year later, I was sitting in my answered prayer. The year that I spent by myself alone for Christmas, I thought about sitting with his family and having Christmas dinner and listening to the conversations and laughing and hanging out with his sister and his nieces and nephews and his brother and his parents, and them just loving and receiving me and my children. And I just felt so much joy, but again, it just felt so far away. But I just kept trying to sit in that joy and just embrace it because I could feel it. I could feel what it would feel like to be that loved. And exactly a year later, I was sitting at the dinner table across from my twin flame, just in awe that, like, this is my life right now. Something that seems so far away and impossible. Like, this is it. Like, this is what I get to experience. And now I wake up to my twin flame every day. We're building a life together. We're planning a wedding. We're creating a home that's full of love. And it was amazing because none of it came because I was perfect. And I'm still growing. I'm still healing. I still do the mirror exercise every day. I still have moments when old fears and patterns and programs come to the surface. The difference is that I no longer make those moments mean that I'm not worthy of love or that I'm doing something wrong. I no longer abandon myself because something needs to be healed and I judge myself or condemn myself because I'm moving through something. And that's really where the real transformation happened. So I want you to know from this video that you were never meant to earn love. And if you're watching this today and wondering and waiting until you're perfectly healed before you allow yourself to believe in your harmonious union and to believe in yourself, I really want you to hear me when I say that you don't have to earn love. You don't have to earn God's love and promises. Those are inherently yours. You don't have to earn your worth. You don't have to earn your desires, in the sense of those desires are already there because God put those desires on your heart. You do want to take action towards them. You do want to heal any fears that come up that tell you you can't have them. But you don't have to become perfect in order to receive your good, because your good is already yours. You're already whole and complete and already divine and already worthy. And healing isn't about becoming someone new. Okay? It's embracing and accepting your true divine and authentic self. And healing really is about remembering who you've been all along. When you remove the ego that tries to keep you small and tell you that you're not good enough and that you're not deserving and you have to do all of these things to be loved, that's not what it's about. Healing's about remembering who you truly are at the core, which is a divine child of God, which is a spiritual divine being who is already and who has always been one with the divine. So instead of asking yourself, when will I finally be healed enough? Okay. Or when will my twin flame finally get it together and be healed enough? Try asking, where can I love myself more deeply today? Where can I nurture and take self-care of myself even more? Where can I become my own best friend? Where can I truly deeply fall in love and adore myself? Where can I see that I am so wonderful in these aspects? Because that question changed my entire life when I really started to really just adore and love myself and see myself as already wonderful and already good enough and complete, instead of what do I need to fix about myself. It completely changed my perception of myself, and it really changed my entire reality. Your union is an inner process. And when you can align with who you truly are at the core, your reality will reflect that. And so I know that this changed my life, and it just might change yours too. So just remember that you're worthy and deserving already. There's nothing you have to do to be loved, because you are love. You were created from love. That is the absolute truth. And if you don't believe that, keep showing up here. And I'm going to keep telling you that until you believe it, okay? I promise. One day you'll be like, oh, she was right. And you will experience all the love that you give yourself. It's not someone bringing love to you, it's they're reflecting the love that you give yourself that was already there. So I hope this gives you some confidence, and then it gives you some comfort. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Definitely share with someone that you feel can benefit from this video. I love you guys. Don't forget to comment, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.